My name is Gordon Johnson. I'm a personal injury lawyer. I'm a brain injury lawyer. Why am I here talking about bus accidents? Well, obviously brain injury is something that can happen in any accident. It can happen in a slip and fall, it can happen in a car accident. Why bus accidents? Because bus accidents seem to combine all of the worst safety planning imaginable, which ultimately is going to result in a far greater percentage of brain injuries than in almost any other type of motor vehicle or accident. The reason is everything we've learned about safety in terms of motor vehicles, we've disregarded in terms of buses. Think of the first thing you do when you get in your car. What do you do? Well, if you were trained properly and you are a younger person or someone who really takes it seriously, you fasten your seatbelt. You fasten your seatbelt perhaps even before you turn on the ignition. When was the last time you had even the opportunity to fasten a seatbelt in a bus? What's the next thing you do? You sit down in your chair and you face forward. How many buses have you been on where you don't even have the opportunity to face forward? Why is that important? Because your risk of being injured is far greater in an accident where you are knocked side to side than if you are jostled forward and back. What's the most significant thing we've done in terms of safety in the last 10 or 15 years in terms of automobiles? We've added airbags to the equation. And what we found is that if people are wearing their seatbelt and they have a properly working airbag, their risk of serious injury and death is dramatically reduced. There's not even an idea as to how you would design an airbag to help most people in a bus accident. And frankly, even in the situations where they could be done, they're not. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which regulates traffic safety, has not even considered requiring seatbelts, airbags, straight forward and back sitting. What that ultimately means is that if you have been in a bus accident, you are at infinitely greater risk of suffering a brain injury than anyone else. This page is here to discuss those risks, to help you understand not only what potential for injury there was, but the nature of the wrongdoing that has resulted in such injury. We of the Brain Injury Law Group, and in combination with the Nolan Law Group in Chicago, Illinois, believe that we are uniquely qualified to represent those with brain injuries and bus accidents. As I think about bus accidents, as we look at the cases that we have, what is frustrating to me is that the overall underdiagnosed issue with respect to brain injury across the board, something you will see in my other web pages that are linked to this page. In a bus accident, it's guaranteed to be a problem. No one is looking at the specific facts. No one's considering the exponentially greater risk of injury as a result of being in a bus. And the number of people injured in a bus accident almost guarantees that there will not be enough detail, enough information learned about each individual person to properly make the diagnosis. If you've been in a bus accident, you're at risk of brain injury. If your loved ones are telling you you're different, if you're having more difficulty with your memory, if you find yourself emotionally a lot more vulnerable, a lot more likely to get upset, if you don't seem to make decisions the way you're used to, if work is harder, we would like you to consider contacting us to see if there is something we can do to assist you.